What is a tax lien? As the IRS is sending out more mail and you're hearing commercials on TV about stop that tax lien, stop that tax levy, if you owe the IRS, you may be starting to worry because you don't even know what a tax lien or levy is. So in today's video, I'm going to help you in understanding what a tax lien is. I'm going to talk about what a tax lien is, how it affects you, how to get rid of it, and how to get rid of it if you can't pay your IRS debt in full right now. But before I get started with all of that, let me go ahead and introduce myself. For those of you that don't know, my name is Timalyn Bowens, and I am America's favorite EA. I'm also the owner of Bowens Tax Solutions. We are a virtual firm based out of Louisville, Kentucky that specializes in resolving taxpayers' IRS issues. So as I mentioned before, in today's video, we're going to talk about tax liens. So what is a tax lien? A tax lien is when the IRS claims the rights to your property. That's right. So imagine having a house and you have that deed and title. You no longer own the house alone. The IRS is also claiming a right to that. So how exactly does that affect you? Well, the first thing that happens when a lien is issued is called a Notice of Federal Tax Lien, NFTL. You may see that circulating out here on the internet too. That is going to be a public record that anybody can find with your county clerk and is often at the courthouse. What this public record does, it notifies the government and then anyone else that searches your property credit reports, it lets them know that you owe back taxes. So with that being public information that anybody can find, it's also going to put a target on your back for people that help resolve those types of issues so they can reach out and advertise to you to help you with that problem. That, though, is the least of your worries. It's going to also prevent you from getting loans, mortgages. If you want to refinance your mortgage to have more affordable payments, it can prevent you from doing that. It's going to keep you from selling a home. It's also going to be on your credit report. The next thing, depending on how you feel about people knowing all your business, it is public record. And I'm in Louisville, Kentucky. I know that there is a professional newspaper here that actually prints those names of businesses that have tax liens when they've been removed in the back. So it can also be a little embarrassing. So the next thing is, how do you remove this tax lien, this thorn in your side, right? The easiest and most efficient way to remove a tax lien is to pay your tax balance in full. Now you may be thinking, but what if I can't pay the tax balance in full? If that were the case, I would have just taken care of it and we wouldn't have even gotten here, right? Calm down because I'm getting there too. So if you are able to pay the tax balance in full, within 30 days, the IRS sends out a lien release certificate. So that easiest, most straightforward way to get rid of a tax lien. But if you can't pay it in full, you're not necessarily stuck in a bind. So one way that you can get rid of this tax lien is with a tax lien discharge. So what that does, let's say that you own a home and now this tax lien is attached to it, which, by the way, a federal tax lien attaches to all of your property. So it may not necessarily say that house or that bank account or those securities, because yes, it does attach to your securities, your stocks as well. So let's say we want to get a lien discharge. What we're going to do is submit the application, which there are IRS regulations and provisions that determine who's eligible for this. We submit the application, and then we find out if we can have the tax lien removed from a specific property. I personally have used the discharge for certain tax clients when they need to be able to sell their home. The tax lien is preventing them from doing it. So that's one way. The next thing is a subordination. What a subordination does is it moves the IRS behind other creditors. So this means that anybody else that you owe money, they're able to step ahead of them because we all know the IRS is the most aggressive collection agency in the country. So by allowing them to step in front, it can help with your credit and being able to get other finances. The IRS is going to help you in any way they can if there's a way that you can get more money to be able to pay them in full. The next way is a withdrawal. If we have a tax lien withdrawal, what this does, it removes the lien from credit reports, but you are still liable for that tax amount in full. Again, there are IRS regulations and provisions that determine who is actually eligible for this. Now, you may be thinking, okay, I don't have a house, still have the tax lien. Not trying to refinance, I still have the tax lien. Can't pay in full, I still have the tax lien. Well, there are options for you as well. First thing, when you see that notice for a federal tax lien, you can't just ignore it. It only makes the situation worse. What you need to do is set up a payment arrangement with the IRS. Again, you may be thinking, if it was just that easy, I would have already done it. But actually, it is. What you need to do is when you set up this payment arrangement, maybe you can pay the balance within 72 months, okay? Maybe it's 36 months for you. Maybe right now, your financial situation is currently non-collectible, where you can't afford to pay anything at all. The IRS does not know this unless you communicate with them. So once you get that payment arrangement set up, it still won't be removed until you get the balance paid in full, but you can have a light at the end of the tunnel because you have a plan. So again, a federal tax lien is going to be the IRS right to your property. We don't want that. So let's get that payment arrangement set up before they actually come and claim right to your property. Now, personally, I would love to see if I'm a good fit for you to work with, and if you're a good fit for me to work with to help resolve your tax issue. You can book a call with my team and I by going to www.bowenstaxsolutions.com. At the top right, there's going to be a Book Now button, and you're going to want to go to Tax Relief Evaluation. This 45-minute conversation is going to let us know if we're a good fit to work with each other, and also I'll be able to see what type of relief you may be eligible for, and if you're a good fit to work with me. But you have to make the first step and book that call.